Welcome back. We're going to do an alternator swap on the Land Rover Series 2A. Okay, so if you remember in the previous video, I swapped over from an old generator to an alternator. So this is just a cheapy one that I bought from Napa. It was probably about 50 bucks. And this part here, see how your mounting bolt is up here, and then your wire inputs are right in their same position as that. It would be 12 o'clock. When I bought this one, they're actually over here at 3 o'clock. So they're at the wrong position when I needed it to install it in the truck. So I took the back off and spun it and put it over here, and it never really charged right. So I have a feeling something wacky is going on inside the alternator, and it's not working right, because I took it to an auto parts store and they did a test on it, and they said the rectifier is bad inside of it. So it was cheaper just to buy a whole nother one instead of fixing this one with another rectifier. So all right, back to what we're doing here. Okay, so we're here. This is the old one. We're at 12 o'clock. So the new one, I bought a brand new one, and this one actually came, this is the part number here, but it says -12, so that means the power connector is actually at the 12 o'clock position, instead of this one here. The old one was you could see that it was a -3, so that means it was at 3 o'clock, the positioning of the plug. So this one I won't have to take apart at all. Whoop. So you can see here, the plug is at 12 o'clock with the mounting bolt up here. So instead of, but also, so this one's ready to install and ready to roll because it's actually the same as this one. But this one here that I bought is actually a brand new one. So everything is brand new. It's not rebuilt. Like this one's a remanufactured one. This is a brand new one. New bearings, new everything, and a good warranty on it. So I know this will work because I already had the old one hooked up, so this one should go in there just fine. So like I said, this one's at 12 o'clock, the proper place and location, so this is good to roll. So also, if you remember in the other video, the adjustment only came to about right here for the alternator to adjust the belt. So what I did is I cut it off and I made an extension to give it another 1.5 inches of travel and put it inside there. So now I should have a functioning alternator, but we'll see. We'll do a test on it and see if we get the voltage at the battery, which should be about 14 volts or so. So I'm gonna go and install this, and I'll come right back. So I got the alternator installed, and everything lines up exactly the same. And now all my wiring is connected just the same as the previous video. You got your power here going to your battery, and then your jumper coming from here, going over to the battery post here for the power. I got my ground over there, which I already had a ground wire here, so that's why I used the ground and just attached it over there to that side bolt. Then this is your wire coming from your ignition to excite the, whatchamacallit, the rectifier in there. So let's start her up and let's see what happens. Okay, key on. There's the alternator light here, oil light, glow plug light, and that's your low fuel light if you have a diesel. But okay, let's see if she turns off. There you go, that's off. So that's good. Let's go out and check the battery. Sounds like it has to do a little self-clearing by the bracket that I made a little longer. You can hear it dinging and pinging. It'll work its way out. So we're idling at 16 I've been driving around quite a bit with the new alternator, and it's working pretty good. And the pulley that you heard scraping like crazy in the video is it's this fan here rubbing onto the bracket, this extended bracket that I made. I made this side a little bit too long, so it had to wear itself down to have it fit in there a little bit. So it wore itself down and it's working, and now it's quiet, so that's good. No more whining or nothing or click-a-clanking. So the alternator is working really good. So I wanted to show you guys this. This is just a cheapie off of eBay voltage meter or something like that, or just for a voltage of your car. I think it goes from 5 volts to 48 volts, and they're only like a few bucks on eBay. So what I did is I wired it up, put a long cord on it, and I put some battery cables connections on the end, and then you get yourself, without having a fancy multimeter, go like that. I'll show you right there. Whoops. Oh, I'll show you here. There you go, sitting it right there. You connect your battery here, and there you go. Then it shows you how many volts you got in your battery. So then the next thing you can do, I attached it to a long wire, so then I can take it, put it inside the truck, and you got the voltage here. Then we can take a look. When we start it up, we'll see, well, sorry. So when we start it up, we'll see how many volts it is. Whenever, see how much power it's pulling and stuff like that. Okay, so here we are, we're inside. I ran the wire up over through the door over to the battery. So let's see, I clicked the battery on. Now it goes down to 12.5. We'll let the glow plugs warm up. It's cold right now. Well, it's a cold start, we'll say. It's not cold outside. It's about 80 degrees Fahrenheit today. All right, so give it a turn. There we go. Now we're idling at 13.8. Lights out. It's pretty neat how it dropped down and went down and went up. Rev it up a few times. So not too bad. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Like and subscribe and do all that jazz. Remember, you guys are awesome, so stay awesome. And if you have any questions or anything about my alternator install, I'll put a link up here or over here or wherever the heck it is to the install video. So this is kind of the solution to when it wasn't charging very good or the voltage was too high. So have a good one, stay awesome. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.